Peace, beautiful people. It is I, Shogun K, back like broad straps, 4 flats on a Cadillac. Sheesh, I'm here with it, back with another video. Today's video is entitled, Cops Discover Trunk Full of Dead Bodies. I see dead people, like Uzi said. We got a whole trunk full. I ain't gonna waste too much time on the intro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the hype button too if you see that thing for your boy. Let's get to it.
He's been missing for over 2 weeks.
That's unlike my daughter. It's unlike my daughter not calling us or texting us 3 weeks.
I'm telling you, he murked all 3 of them people, man.
I'm just scared, bro. Step 1 is to tell me where the bodies are.
Oh, there's like there. Oh,
All of them dead. Now what do you think?
God, I couldn't imagine anything happened to one person, never less 3.
he told me there could be no God because of what he saw. I want to know why. What gave him the right?
One of the most shocking cases in New Mexico history begins.
Oh, New Mexico. I used to be stationed out there, Clovis, New Mexico, when I was in the Air Force. A little bit of personal information for y'all, for anybody that cares. Yeah, big veteran here. Let's go.
With reports of missing people in the area. It isn't long until these disappearances lead police down a bloody trail left by a homicidal perpetrator driven by vengeance. Even with the suspect in their sights, police can't stop the death toll from growing and soon realize that it may be worse than they ever imagined.
What about the other people he said he killed?
The other 11, that's still under investigation.
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. 5 weeks before police would make the most gruesome discovery of their careers in an airport parking garage, the nightmare began with a missing 21-year-old named Matthew Miller in the town of Grants, New Mexico.
So the last time you talked to him was this 22nd of January?
Yes.
And that was what, a Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
The woman is Matthew's grandmother, and she knows as well as the detective that her grandson is heavily into the addiction scene in Grants.
So you guys can help me out by just calling around to hospitals, clinics, rehabilitation places, other county jails, like that. See if he's there.
But the detective doesn't mince words when it comes to his fears.
I have been doing this an awful long time. I am very concerned about Matthew's whereabouts. I'm very concerned.
Detective Turney talks next to an associate of Matthew's named Leonie, hoping she may be able to shed some light on his whereabouts.
I need to come in and talk to you. Huh?
I'm missing. Is he left his
I'm not worried about. I don't care. I don't care about anything. I don't care about any drugs, drug stuff.
You need a Cuban field.
We need to have a chat with you. We're looking for Matthew Miller.
So a big thing here when they're dealing with addicts, it's always a scary thing when an addict goes missing because you don't know something crazy happened to them. If they may have OD'd somewhere, you feel me? They could be laid up in a house somewhere, laid up in a car somewhere. They might have just overdosed, You never know. They put themselves in crazy situations because, they're addicted to drugs, so they're more susceptible to do things that a regular person wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So that's always the fear with that. Getting themselves in a situation they ain't supposed to be in. Somebody could hit them on the side of the road and just throw the body over, you feel me? They could OD somewhere. It's a lot of things that can happen. And yes, that can happen to regular people as well, but you dealing with addicts, they're primarily doing stuff on the low. You know what I'm saying? They're moving incognito, as you may say, you feel me? So let's see what happened.
He's been missing for over 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time, yo. 2 weeks is a long time. He only 21 struck out on drugs, man. Kids, leave the drugs alone. Got your whole life to live. Leave them drugs alone.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When was the last time he was here?
Maybe a year ago, maybe?
A year ago?
When I first got this place, yeah. When I first got it, last January.
He hasn't been here since then.
Like I know
Okay.
it, really.
What if I got video of his vehicle?
Maybe Dustin having him, man. When I've had him myself.
But it won't be easy to speak with her fiancé, Justin Mata, because according to her, he ran off with a woman named Jennifer Lannon.
But he left on 17th and then came back. And then
17th, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and then I went to go talk to the guy in Kingman. He's like, yeah, they left each other during the night and they're in Arizona.
Do you have any kind of way to contact Justin? You have a phone number?
No, he just left him to go.
That day, police find Matthew's Chevy Colorado parked outside the Lubbock apartments, just a few blocks away.
Lubbock? Oh, it's Lubbock. Okay, Lubbock Street. Okay, Lubbock, Texas. When I was in New Mexico, we used to drive out to Lubbock, Texas. But this is Lubbock Street. All right.
When they return to question Leonie, they confront her with footage of the truck in front of her home last month, contradicting her claim that she hadn't seen Matthew in a year. Leonie pushes back, insisting that if Matthew was there, he must have been visiting her fiancé, Justin.
I've got that truck.
And where was you at? Because it don't look like you work, ma'am. Where was you at when these visitations was happening? You so sure you ain't seen the person in a year, but the truck was outside of your house a month ago. It don't look like you work nowhere, ma'am. Where were you at?
Parked right there on the 26th of January. You told me he left on the 17th.
He did.
When he came back?
January 15th. I guess he did.
Somebody, if you drove his truck from here to over to Lubbock, you need to tell me. I'm going to find out if you did it, because I've got other surveillance video. If I had you on video
Okay, I'm good.
driving that vehicle from here to there or getting in or out of it, okay, I'm going to charge you. This is your chance.
But Leonie stays firm, and with her fiancé Justin apparently having run
And clean that damn house up. Tired of y'all seeing people with these dirty houses and got kids running through there, man. Clean that damn house up.
off with Jennifer Lannon, it's perhaps no surprise when the next call that comes into Grant's police department is from Jennifer's mother in New Jersey.
It's unlike my daughter to go 2 weeks without calling us. Then it went up 3 weeks. It's unlike my daughter not calling us or texting us. 3 weeks.
The police are now dealing with 3 people whose whereabouts are unknown: Matthew Miller, Justin Mata, and Jennifer Lannon. They hope to find answers by turning to Jennifer's ex-husband, Sean Lannon. They learn that Sean just moved to Albuquerque with his kids to stay with a friend, having been evicted from the house in Grants for not paying rent. Nonetheless, he makes the drive to speak to police.
When was the last time you had contact with her?
We want a very specific time.
I don't have a
Text, call, see what?
C.
See.
C.
About a week ago.
Yeah, before I finished packing the house up.
Okay. And where was that
At Kingman.
Despite divorcing, Sean still lived with Jennifer and their 3 kids. He says that several weeks ago, Jennifer left with Justin and another mystery man he knows only by the street name Suspect.
Oh.
But she would come back periodically to collect more of her belongings. And on these occasions, Jennifer, Justin, and Suspect would be in a white Chrysler.
Have you ever seen Matthew Miller, you know who I'm talking about? Was he over at your house?
Sean acknowledges that Matthew has been by the house frequently and that he even allowed Sean to drive his truck. Sean's
Oh, they all doing drugs. All of them is on drugs, yo. You know, because typically drug addicts don't hang out unless you a drug addict too. They're not kicking it at your house frequently unless y'all getting high together. You feel me? All of them in the drugs.
says that the last time he drove Matthew's vehicle was a couple of weeks ago, when he took the kids to McDonald's and a few other places before returning home.
Last time you saw
Matthew was with those 2.
in which vehicle?
A late vehicle, but they were at the house.
Did you have anything to do with Jennifer's disappearance, Matthew's disappearance? Aren't you pretty upset that she was sleeping with Justin?
She was sleeping with a few people.
The detective is familiar with the opioid struggles Jennifer, and indeed many people in this circle of friends, has been dealing with.
If you're addicted to what she's addicted to, okay, you will do anything to keep from feeling that pain when you don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
There's something trying.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, yo. I think they probably on meth. That meth is crazy. Crazy. From what I hear. I ain't never had it, but from what I hear and what I see. You know what I'm saying? That meth is crazy. And I've talked to a lot of people that's been on it.
She's been through rehab several, at least once.
Yeah.
Put her, you know, I'm worried about her.
Me too.
I'm worried about Matthew. I'm worried about Justin, to some extent.
Yeah.
They know what happened. Somebody drove. We found Matthew's ride.
It's over near the house. It's all police.
Huh?
It's over near the house. A couple streets over.
Sean doesn't offer any guess as to how the vehicle wound up in front of the Lubbock apartments. an omission that will later raise suspicions.
Man, I just got a really, really bad feeling about all this.
Sure.
He really don't seem too concerned about his wife's being missing in action. Even if y'all was getting a divorce or separated or whatever, y'all was still living together and she was still coming collecting stuff. So you're making it sound like everything was still cordial. If everything is still cordial, this still was once your wife, and I don't see how the hell you ain't, you know what I'm saying, a little bit on a fritz and frenzy, because if something happened to the mother of your children, you know what I'm saying, that's something they gotta live with, you gotta live with, you got to explain to them as they get older. You ain't showing really no emotion, like you don't care. You ain't treating it like it's your wife and she's now missing. You feel me? You kind of like, huh? When you want to last talk to her here? Yeah. Nah. Keep your eye on this dude right here. We gonna keep our eye on this guy.
I do.
You don't seem.
I've been living in this circle for a minute.
Has she ever done this before?
Yeah.
Before the interview is over, Sean brings up another individual, a man named Danny, who was staying at the house on Kingman until recently. The detective is all too familiar with the name.
People talk all they want. I believe it comes out of that dude's mouth. I don't think he's wrapped too tight. And my kids are.
He needs to go to prison too, man. Back to prison.
Could this man, Danny, known on the streets by the nickname Dog, have some part to play in these disappearances? It's clear he has a reputation.
If I know he's some type of unsavory character, I don't deal with any people like that.
Okay, well, how do you, yeah.
From, I think they said he had a nickname in Dog or something, and that, I don't know, Sean said, you know, he suspected that he's killed people before and he's been in and out of jail and stuff like that, and I'm just like, you need to distance yourself. Like, if I told him before, I'm like, you need to not be around anybody like that. Like, that's not good for you, it's not good for your kids. Police
turn to Danny's cousin.
Why would you be around a person like that if you ain't into that type of stuff? Yeah, Dog, you've become prime suspect number 2. Number 1 is still the husband. Sean, you still on the hook. You are still on the hook, my friend. You hanging around all these drug addicts. Your wife, your still wife, is bringing her dude that she's smashing, right, to the crib. Y'all over there kicking it. You claim you ain't doing no drugs. They're in that circle. You feel me? I don't believe that. I think you getting high with them. Your kids is there. You hanging out with Dog over here who done caught bodies in and out of jail. It's a whole lot of stuff that just don't add up. There's so many red flags, bro. We couldn't even continue the game if we wanted to. But let's keep going.
Only to immediately run into resistance.
Cousins with Danny?
Yes, sir.
You guys had a place together?
No, we did not have a place together at all, sir. I am not associated with my cousin in any way other than giving him a place to lay his head.
Okay, well see, that's why
I own 2 camper trailers.
Mm-hmm.
He is residing in them or not, I do not know. Okay, I'm unaware of what he's doing, where he is at. That is all I have to say in this matter.
Okay. Well, usually that's why
I was not living with him.
Damn, you kind of defensive, ain't you? You kind of defensive over here. I don't even do nothing for my cousin. I don't associate with him, but I make sure he has somewhere to lay his bed. He has 2 campers that I have that he may or may not be sleeping in. I don't know, and that's all I gotta say. Bruh, how many times you rehearsed that before you came to this police station, bruh? How many times you rehearsed that, bruh? So you don't have nothing to do with a family member that you renting out a house to? So he don't pay you rent enough, and just out the gracious of your heart, you give him somewhere to stay, but you don't know whether he actually stays or not, and you got 2 campers? Come on, man. Y'all is on some bullshit in New Mexico. Yeah. Tell me you know something without telling me you know something.
So where do we go from here? Because I have nothing else to say in that matter. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Why I'm being followed, why I'm being watched, why am I being anything other than that? I have no idea, sir. And with all due respect to you guys, catch that son of a... I'm honestly scared to be here, guys. I don't want to be here. I know who my cousin is. He's a gang member in here too, so am I scared? I'm just scared, bro, okay?
In the meantime, investigators talk to a man named Josh in relation to a separate case. Out of the blue, he asks about Matthew Miller's disappearance.
Nah, you know something. You know something. What you scared of? If he out there committing crimes and doing this and you stand at his house, he definitely know they're going to come holler at you. He might have already reached out to you and told you not to say nothing. But you know something. You may not be involved in anything, but you know something.
and tells them that their attention should be on the man they interviewed yesterday, Jennifer's ex-husband, Sean Lannon.
Check this out, man. Yesterday,
Number one suspect, told y'all.
I was at Kelly's. Right, Sean told me to go talk to you. Okay, and I guess he had to go talk to you or something. Talk to the cops. He goes into Kelly's in the garage, stashes a bag in the ceiling, gun, his wife's IDs, some clothes, some other. Everything just stashes it there. Since he had to go talk to the cops. I was there. I was there. Sean killed all three of them, man. I'm telling you, he murked all three of them.
Whoa! Whoa. There it is, right there. You got a witness saying that he came by before he had to speak to the cops and dropped off the gun, her ID, some clothes, and stashed it all in the ceiling before he had to go talk to the cops. That's why he's trying to be all cool, calm, and collective. That's why he's so detached from the situation. He not wilding out or tripping about what happened to his wife, where she had or anything, because he is prime suspect numero uno. That's who he is. And y'all ain't doing Josh no favors by showing all of his tats on his hands, man. Anybody that's around this area gonna know who this is, and you ain't even filter out his voice. If y'all trying to disguise who this person is right here, Josh, y'all ain't hold on. Y'all got his car on your footage. You ain't do nothing to his voice. You feel me? And you showing all of his hand tattoos. Come on, man.
Busted his phone right there. What? Sean did. Right in front of Kelly, all of us. He got his phone and he handed it to Kelly. Before that, he handed the phone to Kelly, and then Kelly handed it back to him like, what the got it and smashed it on the ground. Why would he do that?
Oh, they showing his face. Okay. I thought they were trying to hide his face to be, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it's just the level of the camera on the cop.
Man, I'm telling you, man, he did. I know he did, man. Straight up.
The detectives need to know immediately if what Josh is telling them is true. They go to see Kelly, Sean's rumored girlfriend, to see if she knows anything about this stashed bag.
All I know is that I haven't seen Jennifer in a while, and Sean said that she took off with just in my phone.
Was Sean here yesterday?
He came by yesterday, yeah.
How many times? What did he do?
He came inside, he told me that he had to go down and report Jennifer missing. And we got a Coke, took a couple drinks, and left. And then he came back again, but I was leaving. I was going to get keys because I left myself out in the house.
Did Sean hide anything in the house that was later taken?
No.
Ooh, you was lying.
Did he destroy his phone?
Yeah, right here.
You lying, ma'am. You are lying. I see why. That's your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Your married boyfriend. But I ain't judging. I ain't here to judge. I'm just saying that you're lying. Well, I guess we really can't even call him married because his wife has gone off. His wife gone off somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it like that. I ain't putting no smut on your jacket right now. But you are lying about what you know, and you ain't trying to bring up the fact that he hid that stash up in your attic. We need a search warrant. Y'all should have got a search warrant before you even came over there, so you can search the premises before she get rid of anything. Why don't we be doing that? Why y'all ain't just go and get a call in the search warrant en route and tell them we got a witness who said that he stashed pivotal evidence that could be connected to the crime scene right in this woman's house? Why y'all ain't get a, you know what I'm saying, a warrant to search the premises? Why?
I forgot. He destroyed his phone. And smashed his phone.
Do you think he did something to Jennifer and Matthew?
I honestly don't.
But police are growing suspicious. They execute a search warrant on Sean's house and discover that he ripped up the carpet in one of the bedrooms before being evicted.
That's normally with blood. When you don't want to try to get out the blood stains, what they're going to do, they're going to cut the carpet up to get rid of the blood that's in there.
That weren't enough, they have surveillance of his house, and the cameras aren't showing them a picture that lines up with Sean's last statement.
Hello?
Hey, is this Sean?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Sean, this is Detective Turney. How are you doing?
Good, how are you doing today?
Good, man. I've been trying to get a hold of your other number, and it's not working. So.
Oh, I apologize. Sorry.
So you know anything new?
No, I haven't heard anything. Nope. Anywhere on your end?
No, we've made some progress here and there. I've got a bunch of pictures of different vehicles. I'd like you to take a look at, see if you could help me identify them.
Good time tomorrow. I wanted to come in and I can still have like stuff I gotta return to the school.
Okay. Tomorrow would be great. Just give me a heads up anytime.
But tomorrow comes and goes, and Sean doesn't show.
Man, these cops, what is... So hold on, man. You call him up. He destroyed his phone so you couldn't contact him. Somehow you got the new phone number probably from his girlfriend. And now you call him on a new line and you tell him you need to talk to him. And he tell you tomorrow and you going to take his word that he going to come in tomorrow? Sean probably dipped. Sean probably got on the highway. He probably got on the highway and got up out of there. Probably he's on his way to Mexico right now.
The day after that, realizing that Sean has an outstanding warrant relating to a recent assault and battery incident, they have Albuquerque police arrest him and bring him to Grants.
How y'all didn't know that when y'all ran his name the first time? The first day he was... So wait a minute. When y'all first questioned him, when y'all questioning people about a potential missing person, then you hear somebody tell you that they think that this dude Sean may have killed all three of these people. Why you ain't run his name then and find out he had a warrant for anything then? What is the procedure going on here? Why didn't y'all know that then to avoid this phone call at all? Y'all could have just, okay, he got a warrant out, send him over to the house and picked him up. Why you had to wait till the next day he didn't show up, then as he don't show up, now you want to run his records and see that he got a warrant? Huh? Somebody make it make sense.
The next afternoon, Detective Turney sits down with Sean Lannon once again, and this time his questions are much more pointed.
The things that you've told us, okay, I've completely ruled each one of them as just an outright lie. Okay, because of the facts. I have surveillance all over this town.
Cool.
Okay, I have surveillance all over this town. All right.
Yeah.
Sean. Step one.
Right.
Okay. Step one is to tell me where the bodies are. Step two, okay, is to tell me some kind of reasonable story of the truth.
Right. What is it how and when, I told you what you knew, that's when I feel I gave you an honest answer. What is it that would cause you to think otherwise, that it wasn't true? What is it that you think I
know you're the last one who drove Matthew Miller's truck.
Okay.
I know you parked it where we found it.
Yep.
That's all a lie. You lied to me about that.
What do you mean? That's where I put it. I told you where it was. It's still there last time I saw it. I told you in here. I told you I drove the truck.
You told me you drove the truck a few weeks prior and you went to Smith's and Walmart to get food and then you went back and drove and parked it at Kingman.
Yeah.
That's
it. It's the last time I drove it. And the kids were with me the whole time.
The detective plays Sean some footage from a surveillance camera across the street from his house that shows him getting into Matthew Miller's truck on the 26th of January, 1 month earlier.
You go to the side and then you jump over the side and fix something in the back. After you go back to the back of it, and you get in it, and you leave. You're gone for quite some time. And then you also pass by Jackson, where there is good surveillance video too. And then you go park it at the Lubbock Apartments and walk away from it.
Right.
Why would you do such a thing?
That's where Justin. No, that's always he would take his truck all the time. So that's where he said to take it. Put the keys under the seat.
Matthew said to park it there.
Yeah, he left it down numerous times. So after they came with all those
told you to park it at the Lubbock Apartments.
Really, Justin said to do it, but he said, yeah.
This story, of course, went untold the first time Sean spoke to the detective.
Right.
And it's not the only discrepancy that police have found.
And Jennifer and Justin ran off together.
Yeah.
And they got into this white car.
A white 300 or something?
Yeah, there's no white car that ever goes to Kingman.
Yes. There's a 87. There's a white 300 there.
I think you're lying, Sean. On February 10th, okay, that was the day you came in here?
Look at his body language. Look at his posture, how he got his head down. You see how he has his head down looking at him like this? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of giving like, what? You ain't got what? Uncooperative. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to answer your questions. That's what that body language is saying. You could just tell that's like a lying posture. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to answer the questions. He feel like he's not going to give you what you want. He ain't finna break at this point. That's what I'm saying.
Here we got Jennifer entered missing.
Yeah.
Before you came here, you went to Kelly DeSoto's house.
I did.
You took a bag in the house and had a gun.
Yep.
And
you see, he keep looking at the camera too. So he's really thinking about what he wants to say. He's being very mindful of what he's saying now because he keep looking over at that camera.
Jennifer's IDs.
And he's nervous. He keeps drinking that water. He's nervous.
You're admitting she did that?
I had a bag at the house, yeah.
On your way here, you stopped at Kelly's.
I stopped at Kelly's.
Right?
Yep. Talked to Kelly for a few minutes. And I left.
You took a bag in her house and hid the bag.
I didn't hide the bag. It was on the kitchen table. That's it. It was my other bag, the laptop and everything.
And there was a gun in the bag.
There was Justin's gun, which was his gun.
And Jennifer's IDs.
And Jennifer's IDs, yeah.
Sean says that when he went back to Kelly's house after the interview, the gun was missing from the bag. Once again, he brings up Danny, his allegedly dangerous acquaintance.
I said, where's the stuff that's in the bag? And Doug was like, this is what you're going to get. And I was like, I was trying to fight with him because he put on the scary sign. He has that pistol.
But right now, the detective is more interested in Sean's actions.
You destroyed Jennifer's phone.
Boy, you thirsty, ain't you, Lord? That boy thirsty. Get that boy a Gatorade, boy. He need a Gatorade. When you nervous, you got to do something. He's drinking because he's nervous. You know what I'm saying? He looking at all this surveillance footage. Now he talking about dog. And yeah. He nervous.
I've got several people that witnessed this.
And who are the several people?
Kelly.
I didn't destroy the phone.
Who did it? You didn't smash a phone in the...
I didn't smash a phone.
In that interview here, I asked you, hey, is this the good number to contact you?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah.
Yeah.
After you left and went to Kelly's and destroyed it,
that would be the...
I never was able to contact you on that number again. You never called me again asking, have we found her?
Sean has arguments ready for all of Detective Turney's points, but the detective has a simple explanation for why his suspicions are not going away.
Wait, let me tell y'all something. First of all, y'all doing shit ass backwards. He don't get no pizza, none of that stuff, unless he willing to cooperate. All right, that's cooperation food. He is being uncooperative. You brought his brother a whole meat lovers pizza, deep dish Chicago style. You feel me? Like, no, he ain't gave y'all nothing yet for real. That's cooperation food. That's reserved for when he ready to start singing like a canary. Then you go, are you hungry? Let's get you comfortable. Would you like a meat lover stuff, triple thick, Chicago style, pause, deep dish? Excuse me. A little hiccup come through. Mistakes make things perfect sometimes. But y'all get what I'm saying.
You got Matthew. Let's say there's 10 people in Matthew's household that could be persons of interest in his life and his disappearance, right? So then you've got Jennifer.
Yep.
Let's say there's another 10 people. Okay. Justin. Bare minimum, another 10 people. Okay? You are the only one that's in each one of these circles.
Dog's in that. Dog's brought him into my world. Literally.
Okay.
I'm not that person.
So did Danny kill him?
I have no idea. I literally spent most of my time with the kids. If I had to guess who would kill him, it would be the guy that, if I got to dispose of bodies, I'm going to put him in my pig. And he showed me the pig one day because I was helping him at his house. The pig was like as big as this table. It's like, pigs will eat everything but the eyeballs. I'm like,
who are you talking about?
Danny Lemos, dog.
But despite making his most direct effort yet to implicate Danny, Sean remains the detective's primary focus.
It don't look good for you. Okay? It does not look good for Sean.
Okay.
You're the last one who drove freaking Matthew's truck. You parked it where it was, okay? So it
And I
doesn't
told
look
you
good.
where it was, and I was honest about it. I put my kids in the
Not
car.
till today. Not till
No,
today.
you pulled that video last time. I told you that I took my kids in the truck
And
and
you went
parked
straight
it.
back to Kingman. You didn't tell me you parked it in Lubbock.
But Sean
Right.
maintains that he didn't kill Matthew, Justin, and Jennifer, and that furthermore, he doesn't see how he could have.
I don't know how you would have a body come out of that house. I'm assuming there's video on
Maybe they just
the one in
OD'd.
front.
Maybe they just OD'd.
It's a body, like
Yeah.
they OD'd. How are you gonna get rid of a body?
The chilling answer to that question
You just said that Danny told you that he got pigs, and you said the pig was as big as the table, and the pigs eat everything except for the eyeballs. Now, how Danny knows this, how dog knows that, is a dog-eat-dog world. Dog done been through these trenches before. The reputation is he done already caught several bodies before, and check this out. When a person tell you they know exactly what a pig gonna eat and what it's not gonna eat, it's because they done seen it. They done seen it, or they got first-hand knowledge of it by somebody who has done it. You feel me? To get rid of bodies. That's how you know that. So when he's telling you that, you know that. So you know if you want to do something to get rid of some people, you have someone who can dispose of the bodies. Yep.
would soon begin to emerge in the most gruesome way imaginable. Sean is released from police custody on March 2nd. The next day, security footage shows a red pickup truck driving into the International Sunport Airport in Albuquerque. It goes unnoticed until late the following night when parking lot security officers inspect the truck and take note of a terrible smell.
There they go.
Last night, the swing shift. Okay. I believe they stated that there was a suspicious vehicle that was parked in the garage.
We got passed on that this Ford Red Ranger was here and had a foul smell to it. We looked at it, we couldn't really smell it but we caught slight whiffs of it.
Did Plum Center finally notify you guys?
Yeah, they called us.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Just a little bit ago.
Yeah, because they said they weren't going to dispatch officers for plunging. Yeah, because I called it in, but there's a pretty foul smell coming from the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of odd and out of place, especially with all the Tupperware in there. And
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Now on scene in the earliest hours of March 5th, officers with the Albuquerque Police Department begin to investigate the truck, unaware that they're on the verge of one of the most shocking discoveries of their careers.
Kind of smells. But I mean, not to decompose or anything. You know what I mean?
It may not be, maybe it's an animal, I don't know. It looks like
The skin with the hair that looked. Yeah, and some hand saws through this window.
like they stared at it for a while.
Yeah. There's a black plastic bag and a tarp. I don't know what's under there.
And that looks like blood on your shirt.
What is that?
That's right.
Yeah. Like those loppers right there.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's rust on it or I don't know. Like around the blade
Blood.
part, kind of looks reddish. I mean, could be rust, but based off what we're looking at, I mean, I don't know. This one just kind of smelled blood on that thing.
hello, young lady.
Hi there.
We have a suspicious situation here. There's a bunch of big Tupperware tucked in the back, and it smells awfully bad.
Are you guys
Now, we kind of pulled one over, and it looks like there might be maybe a body part. I don't know.
What the hell is funny about that, ma'am? What is funny about that to you? That there might be a dead person in their body parts. What's funny about that to you? I would like to know what you think is funny about that. You feel me?
So,
I don't know. People that I'm out of here, just kidding.
Oh.
you guys, if there is something like that, are you the one that authorized the homicide to come out?
I'll tell my supervisor to let me know and then she'll come out and then we'll authorize it. Oh, look, it looks like there's like, oh, there's skin right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely, I find this suspicious. I thought you guys were just joking with me.
You think 4 or 5 officers would come out to you, right? They would dispatch all these police officers to come check something out, and that they're joking with you? What world do you live in that we wasting resources on joking when it comes to potentially dead bodies and body parts being? What do you think this is, ma'am? Because I'd like to know. I wonder why you think this is so funny. What are you talking about? You thought they would have someone called you before, ever? The whole time you've been working there, has anybody ever called you with a joke like that, with a prank? If they has, you need to get on their ass. If they have, you need to get on their ass about that, because no, this ain't no joking matter with that. This is your job. Somebody telling you it's a foul odor, it's possibly body parts, and you think it's a joke and you laughing? Huh? Nah.
When crime scene investigators arrive, they begin processing the truck. Inside the bins, they find body parts. A male torso in one, an intact female in another, and yet another, a second male torso with a blade still lodged in the ribcage. Ultimately, alongside bloody hand tools, all of the body parts are found in the bins, and they will be identified as the remains of Jennifer Lannon, Justin Mata, and Matthew Miller.
So it is? It's a stolen plate out of Grant's.
The investigation continues as night turns into day, and the media gets wind of this shocking development.
Can I help you, sir?
What's the newspaper? Is it closed up there?
Yeah, it is. All media is supposed to meet at the Sheraton.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks.
Okay. How's it going?
Oh, hello.
Did they send you guys this way already?
What?
Did they send you guys this way already?
The whole press conference thing is over.
Okay.
So we came over here to, we're going to do a little quick live shot.
The chilling discovery draws significant attention, but the investigation is only getting started. Police turn to the airport security cameras, where they find their first lead, a man heading down the parking lot elevators right around the time the truck was dropped off. Combined with some other security footage.
That's Sean. That is Sean right there. Look at the glasses. And look at the head down, how he was in the what is it called? The interrogation room, head down, that posture.
It gives the detectives a place to start.
We had a male that came from the parking garage and came down, and we've gotten to an ABC green cab.
I think it's the green cap. We don't have ABC. I think.
Yeah, green cab. Sorry, green cab. Okay.
I didn't see him get in, so I couldn't really answer that.
Okay. Do you recall anything about him?
I can't even remember having a conversation.
Okay.
Like, I don't even, if there was a conversation, it was probably about the taxi or the bus. That's mostly what most of the people ask me.
Okay.
But honestly, I don't remember nothing.
Interviewing airport employees and taxi drivers doesn't get them much closer to the truth. But when Detective Turney Grants gets a look at the security footage, he believes he knows exactly who it is in the video.
Sean.
None other than Sean Lannon.
Told you.
The only problem is that Sean is no longer in the area.
Yeah, I know his mom arranged for them to go back east, so hopefully they went back east on Thursday.
So y'all let prime suspect number 1 leave the station. You ain't holding with nothing. You couldn't find. He had a warrant. That y'all went and grabbed him up for. You couldn't hold him longer while he had a warrant for one thing, and he's under investigation for potential missing / and or could be possibly homicide. Y'all couldn't hold him. Y'all couldn't hold him at all. So your boy done dip back east. He gone. He up out of here. He know he done parked that truck there. He knows it's only a matter of time before y'all circle in on him like vultures and come for him. So he up out of there. Pause. You feel me?
Indeed, less than 12 hours before airport security noticed the mysterious red truck in their parking lot, Sean Lannon and his 3 children boarded a flight for New Jersey. He takes the kids to his mom's house in Gloucester County, New Jersey, where police are watching Sean's movements and waiting for him to separate from his kids. The plan is to move in and get the children to safety at that time.
Well, that's very nice of y'all, because I done seen so many raids where they ain't care about no children being around, none of that. I done seen drug raids, not murders, not homicides. I done seen drug raids where the SWAT team come in and kick in the door, waving the 4-4, you feel me? And they don't care nothing about no kids in there. They don't care nothing about no babies in there. They kicking in the door and they throwing people around, arresting. Y'all being very nice to a person who was suspected of homicide of 3 people. 3. Y'all is very nice. That's crazy.
But in the meantime, police in Albuquerque have a new problem. Only 3 people have been reported missing in Grants, and they're accounted for by the victims in the bins. But in the passenger seat of that red truck, they found the body of another deceased man, his face destroyed with significant trauma.
Where is Dog at during this whole time? Why haven't they picked up Danny? That's what I want to know. Is this Danny in here? What y'all think? Where is Dog at during this whole thing? You feel me? Then his name that came up since the beginning of the interrogations, right? Everybody's scared of him, but he's nowhere to be found. They ain't showing no footage of them trying to call nobody to look for him. And they brought his cousin in. Cousin don't know his whereabouts. And now you got a mysterious body popping up in this truck, a fourth body, but this fourth body cannot be identified yet. Y'all think this is Danny? This is Dog right here? And that Sean had to get rid of him too because he helped him to cut these bodies up or do something like that? What y'all think? Let's go.
Underneath him, police found a short-handled sledgehammer. So who is the dead man in the passenger seat? They begin with the information they do have. The registered owner of the truck, a man by the name of Randall Apostolon. They track down his brother to see if they can find Randall and determine if he has anything to do with this tragic crime.
What's up?
Are you Mark?
Yes, I am.
Mark?
Yes.
Okay, good. And is your mom Claire?
Excuse me?
Is it your mom? You live here with someone? Grandma?
No, I don't.
No?
Gentlemen, what are you here for?
We're
Please
here.
get to the point.
Sure. Actually, we're looking for a fellow named Randall.
That's my brother.
Okay. Can I talk to you about him?
Yeah, would you like to come in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
I'll get a mask on.
Thank you.
I really don't.
Oh no, that's probably him then. That's probably him. They robbed. They took his car. They stole his car, beat him to death, and put him in that. But where's Dog? His accomplice.
I really don't know where he is, to be honest with you.
Okay.
All he does is receive his mail here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
Can we just?
go ahead and have a seat. I'll bring a chair.
Do you know where he lives?
My brother's in transit. I mean, he has been since I had to buy his house because it was in foreclosure. May I ask what it's in reference to, or is it private because you guys can't tell me?
Well, it's a little bit private. It just we're looking for him, and we've got some questions for him.
Mark shares that his brother has struggled with addiction for years and has been homeless lately.
I truly think he's living out of his vehicle. I truly believe.
Tell me why you think that.
Because, let's see. Because he's been going from friend to friend, but the last friend I heard, and I don't know where the friend lives, booted him out last week.
Police eventually tracked down a man named Aaron, who may have been one of the last people to see Randall Apostolon. Aaron tells them that he was hanging out at the Family Dollar one day when a man approached him looking for storage space because he had some boxes that needed to be stashed overnight.
He had to do it in a hurry because they were coming to tow his truck or something like that. I don't know if they were repoing it or he said someone was going to tow it, so I assumed they were repoing it. So he had to get his stuff out of it. So I said, all right. So I thought of Randy because I've been doing some work with him.
He said he introduced Randall to this stranger, and that was the end of his involvement.
That's about all I really remember. I remember that guy said he was ex-military.
Sean,
daughters.
Man, that's crazy. So Sean approached you looking for some quick storage to get some assistance moving some these packages, these bodies. You thought about a friend of yours, Randall. You thought about Randall. You introduced Sean to Randall. Sean kills Randall as well. That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy.
Somewhere up on the second floor, and that's about all I remember him talking about.
If the spotlight of suspicion on Sean Lannon wasn't already bright enough, Aaron's story is the clincher. Sean is ex-military, has 3 children, and was living in the Pearl Apartments with his friend Diana right up until the day he flew back to the East Coast. In New Jersey, the mission to peacefully separate Sean Lannon from his 3 children is a success. But Sean himself has escaped surveillance. According to his mother and sister, he went for a job interview in Virginia. Police don't know his actual whereabouts, and they certainly aren't prepared for what he plans to do next. In the meantime, Jennifer's family comes to terms with the growing likelihood that Sean was their daughter's killer.
And she said, Mom, Sean would never let me go. I could never leave him because he told me that he would kill me first. He'd have to kill me first.
In Albuquerque, a positive identification is made on the body in the passenger seat of the truck. It's Randall Apostolon. After notifying his brother Mark, one detective must call him back with grim advice when the ranger is released from evidence.
I do wish to absolutely warn you and encourage you, sir, that this truck, because of the bodies were hauled in it and the condition that they were in, that if you want to retain custody of the truck, you're going to need to have a professional cleaning crew, ones that specialize in crime scene or medical cleanup, go over the vehicle, because it said there's a the odor of the decomp, and there's blood inside of the vehicle. So if you're wishing to get it, that's obviously, it's your discretion, but that is what you would need to do.
And in a conversation with Sean's friend Diana, police finally reveal the truth about Jennifer.
Do they know anything? Do you know if she's okay?
Who?
Jen?
So, I'm gonna be very direct with you. No, she's not okay. Not at all.
For kids, it's terrible. It's awful. My God, I hope he didn't do anything. I really don't. I don't think he would, but I don't know 100%. I don't know.
So if I add to that the fact that she's not the only one we found, and that we found Justin, and that we found his friend as well, all of them dead. Now what do you think?
God, I couldn't imagine anything happened to one person, never less three.
But in East Greenwich Township, New Jersey, the death toll is about to rise once again.
Police communications.
Hello. I need an officer to check on someone for me, if that was possible.
A woman named Carol calls police, asking them to make sure her friend Michael Dubkowski is okay.
And how old is Michael?
Michael is, let me think, he's 66.
And why are we checking on him?
Well, I'm his friend, and I live up in Collingswood, and we check on each other because we both live alone, and we've been friends for a long time. And he got a new phone this weekend, and I keep dialing. I talked to him since he got it. I spoke to him this morning, and this afternoon, I called him, and he said, I have to call you back. And he never called me back, and his line is just busy, busy, busy.
Police head out to the house, having no idea that they're stepping into an ongoing horror story. When there's no answer, the officer tries lifting the garage door as much as possible to see inside.
County 1735, just confirming there should be a car here.
From in the garage.
All right, I was able to pull the door open just a little bit, a couple inches. I can see that there is no car here.
A curious neighbor soon walks over to the house.
I mean, and everything is locked. I mean, everything is locked up tight. Right, and that's my major concern. It seems like it's completely out of character.
News soon comes that could either explain the situation or make it much worse.
Car was in Camden City around 3:49. Yeah, which is right down the street from Walter Rand Station now. And with him having family in Boston, he takes 30th Street Station in Philadelphia there by train.
Okay.
So I'm hoping he went to Walter Rand Station, got the river line over to 30th Street. I don't know. It doesn't seem right.
That's not Mike, no.
The police give the garage door another try, and this time they make entry. It's not long before they notice something that changes the tone of this wellness check completely.
And he broke a little. Get through there. See if that's unlocked. Locked.
There's something. It's not even locked. Oh, you see that door?
What is it? All the doors open?
Yeah, but look at this.
All right, sir, if you can hang out there
Something
for now.
jam between it?
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to grab my gloves.
I'm just going to kick this in.
Yeah, I'm going to grab my gloves. Can we push that door with something?
I'm turning on real quick.
Turn the lights on in the garage, man.
All right.
All right, there's a.
All right.
All right, this can handle.
The scene is a gory one. On the floor lies Michael
he laying right
Debkowski
there?
amidst a large amount of blood. He appears to have been bludgeoned to death.
County, if you could, contact my on-call detective, Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office.
Wow.
And then, County, we need that vehicle entered stolen also, please. Unfortunately, sir, yes. Yeah.
Is he alive?
No, not at this time.
Oh,
But I would like you not to contact anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want to hang at your house, I don't know, sir. I don't know. I have people coming out to check.
Okay.
Those investigators soon arrive, and the first officer on scene explains what they found inside. Before long, a familiar name comes up.
As soon as we go in, body's on the right-hand side, blood everywhere, and somebody covered his face with like a rag or a towel.
So do we have any idea who would have been here?
So the only person she can think of, she was saying earlier, he was a big brother, big sister thing to Lannon's out of Paulsboro.
Okay.
Sean Lannon, and she couldn't remember the other name.
Can you just say that name?
You know what that name is?
Wow, man, this dude Sean is on a killing spree. All because y'all let him go. I find it hard to believe that you can find a way to hold somebody, right, for selling a few pounds of weed. You can hold them in jail for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. But when you got a suspect whose wife has went missing with 3 other people, right, and they've been missing for weeks now, and it's possibly looking at they might be dead somewhere, and the prime suspect who also had a warrant, y'all couldn't find no way to hold him in jail while this investigation was conducted, that is diabolical. This man was able to not only leave the station multiple times, but then to get on a plane with his kids, fly his kids all the way to New Jersey, from New Mexico to New Jersey, drop them off at his sister house or his mama house, whatever house he dropped them off at, then dip out of there, go to a neighbor's house that he knows somewhere down and murder this dude, and he's still on the run. How? This is crazy. I ain't gonna say how. I guess it does happen a lot though, because when you see them cases where the person's on the run, but this dude, so he up to 5 bodies now. 5 bodies. That is crazy. 5 bodies.
Still in the wind, huh?
He doesn't remain so for long. The next night, Sean calls his mom and sister to tell them that he's extremely sorry for all the things he's done.
He sees ghosts, and they lived in Franklinville, and he said there was a little girl ghost there. Then there was another ghost, and that was the ghost of her grandmother. And then the night before he left my house, it was me and Sean and Tina, and he said, there's a third ghost, and it's in here. And I said, Sean, there's only the Holy Ghost in here. No ghosts in here.
Wasn't no Holy Ghost in there. You brought the Grim Reaper. You brought Hasatan. You brought the devil clear into your house, ma'am. Yeah. He ain't bring no Holy Ghost with him. No. He brought the satanic ghost. He brought Beelzebub in there with him. You feel me? Yeah.
And he said the first one's the little girl. The second one's Jen's grandmother. He said, but I'm not going to tell you who the third one is. There's something wrong with him.
Man, where was your discernment talking about the Holy Ghost? Where was your discernment? Your antennas ain't pick up that something was off? Because I could be around people sometimes, and even if somebody's in like not an okay mood or something's off, I can kind of pick up on low vibration, low energy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't pick up on the fact this dude is walking around with 4 bodies on him this fall. 4 bodies. You ain't pick up nothing was odd about your son outside of him seeing ghosts. You ain't catch a discerning spirit from the Holy Spirit, letting you know that Beelzebub is at your door. Beelzebub is at your front door. Yeah. If you don't know who Beelzebub is, it's a demon.
Law enforcement tracks Sean's phone to Missouri, and in the early morning hours of March 10th, 2 days after the murder of Michael Debkowski, U.S. Marshals find Sean in Debkowski's car in St. Louis.
Wow.
They take him into custody without incident. In the SUV, they find a hammer and bloody clothing. What investigators don't know is that these 5 brutal murders may be only a small glimpse of the full horrifying story. Not only is Sean finally in custody, he's ready to talk. He says that after becoming sick with endocarditis, he fell behind on rent and was facing eviction. It was while he was strategizing a move back to New Jersey with the kids in January that he was faced with one of the darkest days of his life.
One day I took a walk to Walmart, pushed a double stroller empty to go get groceries. Pretty good walk from where I lived on Kingman Avenue to Walmart. A half hour into the walk, I realized I didn't have my food cart. So I turned around, came back, went in the front door, went down the hallway to get my food cart on my dresser. I noticed it was quiet. And the kids opened the door, gentlemen just in there.
The detectives may anticipate Sean telling them that he killed Jennifer and Justin for the affair, but his actual story takes a far more bizarre turn.
I was like, idiots. The kids grabbed my card. Justin said that they were with his girlfriend. I'm like, get out of here, idiot. Your girlfriend, your wife's got my kids, so you got your girlfriend. So call the kids, nothing. Open the door, cross your mind. It's a pile of blankets. Behind the blankets are the kids.
Sean says that he could tell immediately that something was terribly wrong with his children, ages 4, 6, and 7.
Pick up bags. Very much like bags. Right on top of them. No response. Pick up bags. Not breathing. Doesn't seem like she's breathing, so I'm flipping out. I put her against her. I could feel her. She got shallow breaths. Just tall ones. So I'm screaming at the two of them. Like, what the f*** you do to the kids? I'm flipping out. Like, what the f*** you do? Justin's putting on his clothes. Comes in like, done this 100 times. Man, like, they're fine. I'm like, they're not fine. They're not breathing. What you do? That's when they drugged them something in their medicine. They said they also blew heroin smoke in their faces.
Sean says he grabbed a can of Narcan from the garage and tried to use it to revive the children, but the effort failed, leaving him with very few options.
Jen didn't think I was being serious. She comes in, looks at Savvy. She grabs Shawn Michael. She's got no pulse. She's not breathing on pulse. I'm like, I know. I check Shawn. There's no pulse. She starts saying that she killed the Garrison baby. That's what we conceived Shawn and Garrison. Like, Justin ran out the room, out the house.
Wait, are y'all we gotta back up. I'm a little confused. I'm confused on what's going on. Is he talking about the 3 kids he has now? And when did this happen? Where they're unresponsive and one of them don't have no pulse? Let me just keep going. I'm confused right now. What?
Immediately. This point, we're just crying and holding the kids. Jen's adamant she's gonna overdose on the heroin. She kisses the kids on the forehead, all 3 of them. This is, I'll see you in a minute. She goes to do all of it. I took her back and I put her on the couch in the living room.
Sean then walks detectives through the very moment he took Jennifer's life.
Jen was already out with the heroin. It was enough to take her life. So she wanted to make sure she went too, for sure. So I realized she was breathing. She wasn't going to OD. I went in the other room, psyched myself up, repeating that kind of emotionally charged statement of, you killed the Garrison baby. So I had enough whatever to do it. I put the pistol behind her head and I pulled the trigger. Level.
But Sean says he had no intention of going on either. Before he could bring this day to its ultimate end, however, something unexpected happened.
My son cried out. I was like,
oh, okay. So the kid, okay, all right. So just, if you were lost like me, let's pull it together real quick. So he's telling the story about what actually happened that day. He go into the store, Comes back, he left his debit card or his EBT card, whatever. Comes back to the house. He catches his wife and Justin having an affair. They're in there doing the do while the kids are there. However, he don't see the kids. He's asking where the kids at. The kids in the other room, they're all pretty much high as hell. They're drugged up. These motherfuckers blew heroin in their face, gave them medicines to put them to sleep, and blew heroin in their face so they can put them in the other room without being disturbed while they went and do the do. He even said that we did this 100 times. That's what Justin said. We always do this. Like, what? That is diabolical. So he came back. He flips the fuck out. Especially when Sean, the Garrison son, Sean is Garrison, he call him Garrison, is not breathing. Appears to not breathe. You know, sometimes when people are under the influence so deep, they can appear to not have a pulse because their pulse could be really, really slowed down. You know what I'm saying? So he thinks he's gone. So she, Jennifer, is so distraught by this, right, that she tries to OD. So she takes more heroin. She kisses all the kids. She takes more more heroin, you feel me, and tries to OD. Sean realizes that even though she tried to OD, she was breathing, so she wasn't gonna OD. So he couldn't take it. He thinking the child is gone. He grabs the pistol, put it to the back of her head, blows her brains out. Right after he does that, the little boy makes a crying sound. So the boy was okay. So he pretty much, I ain't saying he killed her for nothing. The triggering point ended up not to be what it actually was when he took her life. Crazy.
What do I do now? Pull the trigger. Kid's gonna see both of our hands went off. I thought they were dead.
Sean says that he put the gun away. Instead of calling 911, he says he somehow revived the children, though he never explains how. And with his wife now dead, Sean was forced to pretend to friends and family that she was still alive.
A couple weeks afterwards, I got a text from Jennifer, but I know it wasn't from her. And
it was
she
early
said,
within that
she says,
second or third week.
She said, it wasn't that. It was just, I can't afford my drugs anymore.
Right. She probably would have lied and said, I need money for rent or electricity, to go to your father and be like, hey, can you support my drug habit? You know what I'm saying? That probably ain't gonna happen. She probably be like, hey, Dad, we really need help. We don't have any food in the house. We don't have any electricity. He'll just send some money and she'll buy drugs. That's probably how it'll work.
Which, first of all, she would never say that to me.
Right, she'd never be that direct with you.
No.
Oh, no.
No, she never would. And so I texted back, what have you been doing? You know?
Right.
And somebody texted back using his phone, Jennifer's phone that she was using at the time, the number that I had on my phone. I've been sleeping with people. I've been sleeping with this guy. We started formulating an idea that, something was wrong.
Things were only getting more wrong by the day. Sean tells the investigators that he also impersonated Jennifer in text messages to lure Justin back to the house the following week.
It took like a week. I came to the house. So, alright. In the laundry room, connected to the garage. That's where I killed him. Just before I killed him, he offered up a trade. His phone had pictures of Shawn Michael
standing there naked. Shawn Michael equals Sean's son, the Garrison baby.
I don't know what his name was, William or Matthew Miller, whatever that his name is. With his, on my son's shoulders. So.
Oh no! Oh no! Wow. They was molesting the kids, man. They was raping and molesting the kids, man. Now I'm gonna say this. So far, if this is the true story, so far, I just know how I feel about my kids. I wouldn't have killed the mother because that's my children's mother. Wouldn't have done that. This photo that exists of his son and this man doing this to his son, oh, he out of here. He gone. Yeah, he's out of here. Absolutely. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nah. And if anybody else knows this is going on and they're there, didn't stop it, didn't prevent it, didn't help, didn't tell me, they're probably gone too. More than likely. Let's keep going. This is wow. Let's keep.
I let him go. I was like, who sent you this picture? He's like, I don't know it's real. He's like, I took the picture. I was like, well, you took that picture. You just...
Oh, you gone too.
I got something real for your ass in these.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gone too. Absolutely. Absolutely. You gone too. Yeah.
In the picture. So, I said, there's, he was right over the vent where Jen would hide her heroin. And he wanted to know if he could do a shot of heroin before it took his life. So I said, well, if you find any in the vent. So he literally was looking down in the vent. He didn't see it coming. And I shot him in the back of the head.
This at least partially matches a story Sean told a woman named Joanne, with whom he stayed for a couple of days before moving to Albuquerque to live with Diana. She told police that he'd gone back to the Grants' house to feverishly clean the place, scrubbing so hard he got blisters on his hands. Sean told her that there was a, quote, blood mess in one of the vents from someone who died. But even with Jennifer and Justin dead, Sean wasn't done.
Finally, that kid comes over, William or Matthew, whatever his name is, comes over with Felicity, his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. She looked like she was like 12 years old.
He's into minors. He's a pedophile. Matthew Miller is a pedophile, if this story is correct. Allegedly, if this story is correct, if this all checks out, so you messing with his son, his little boy, molesting his little, oh Lord have mercy, Lord. And you got a girl who looks like she's about 12 years old.
And they shouldn't hurt anyone, they don't have to. So he's like, they're looking for money for anything. I'm like, I'll give you a food card. I was like, just take like $40. And I was like, all I need is later in the week, give me a ride to get some water. I'm having electric or no water. So one of those times he came back, he didn't have Felicity. And that's when I shot him in the back of the head. So I asked him about the thing with my son. He said that it wasn't his idea, and I was like, what do you mean it wasn't his? You have an erection in the picture, like, you can't force someone to have an erection in your child, no. I shot him in the garage.
Sean says even that wasn't supposed to be the end of his vengeance. Before he was killed, Justin gave him one more name, a name that was on the police radar as a person of interest in the early stages of the investigation.
Dog. What I've been asking what dog at this whole time? Danny? Oh my
God.
He also had pictures of Daniel Lim and my son. Same name. I never got my hands on Daniel Lemos. I fully intended. That's where I was heading back to New Mexico for yesterday. I was going to finish that. So,
you know where Danny is?
If I did, it'd be in the box.
Wait a minute.
After tossing Danny's name at police as an alternative suspect, Sean finally admits that he had nothing to do with the murders. When investigators catch up to Danny, they learn two things. One, he did indeed take the gun out of Sean's bag only to turn around and quickly sell it for cash. And two, he has no idea what Sean is talking about in regards to inappropriate pictures.
He says you were doing something with Matthew and Justin and one of their kids.
No, I'm sorry, that's an outright lie. I don't know what he said, but if it's got anything to do with kids, Shadley, no, never that. And I'll put that on my last name, I'll put that on my dad, I'll put that on everything I know.
I believe you, Danny.
I would never do that with no kids.
I don't know if I believe you, bro. This warpath sounds right. It's in the beginning, right? When we're trying to piece this thing together, it sounds like this dude's crazy. You know, it was over the affair. But the way he's piecing these names together, at this point, he's caught. They're dead. He's admitting to killing them, right? So it's really no point of lying once you admit that you killed them and how you did it and then why you did it. You feel me? Because he already know he gone. His life is over with. He already knows that. But when it comes to protecting your kids, like, I do anything for my kids. I do anything to protect my family. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to stuff like that, I feel the progression of how things happen. Let me say I don't feel. I understand how the chain of events could happen so far. I don't know if I believe you because you was next. He was coming back to find you. So far, anybody that has something to do with his children, he's taking them out. And why would he bring you in the mix at all if that wasn't true? What point would he have to bring you into this at all? Now, he already said you had nothing to do with the killing, but you was next on his list because of what he saw in the pictures.
In the immediate aftermath of the murders, Sean says his primary concern was hiding the bodies. This involved work he says he took no pleasure in, starting with Jennifer.
So I pretty much slid her into a storage bin, a long one. The sheets that were around her, the bedding was in the bag, in the box too. A day later, I had to try to dismember her to put her in containers. It worked. It's awful and traumatic. Just thinking about it still haunts me.
It wasn't long before he was back at it again, this time with Justin.
I had to dismember him at some point a day or two later. It disgusted me. It was gross. I let him. I had to work up the nerve just to move his body. So there's so much blood. That's why I had to pull the floor up in that room.
Sean says he did the same to Matthew after killing him.
It was awful. It was the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life. The only thing I remember thinking is that one dude was so fat was, I gotta get up. He's so fat. I knew I had to get, to displace the socket on his hip, you know? Mm-hmm. It was awful.
While you're in grants and all this stuff is happening in your house, the kids are in the house?
The kids, I would do it at night when the kids were asleep. Or I'd have an activity set up, you'd be in their room and set up a whole freaking activity, and, it takes that long to do it, but, yeah.
Did they hear or see anything?
No.
Sean says he stored the totes containing the bodies in a friend's SUV, which he kept parked at the Pearl Apartments in Albuquerque where he and the kids were staying with Diana. But when his friend demanded the vehicle back, he knew he had to find a new storage solution before heading home to New Jersey.
How'd you get in touch with Randy? How did Randy get into this?
I would go over to the Family Dollar just to get stuff for the kids to eat. Mm-hmm. Some guy was like, "Oh, you have any food? You have any money? Anything?" I gave him a couple bucks, and then when I needed storage, I said, "You know anyone that needs storage? I need to use a storage area in your truck to move stuff." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh, my buddy will," so he put me in contact with Randy.
Sean tells the detectives that Randall Apostolon arrived at the Family Dollar only a few minutes later.
It's like, $150 because we need gas and all this other. And I was like, okay. And we get there, the storage area was full.
His or?
Yeah.
Where were you going to pick up the totes from now? Where are they at?
They were in the back of the truck at the Pearl.
Still in the Pearl, okay.
Yeah. So I loaded them up. We actually go there to where he used to be living. Mm-hmm. There's a storage thing and it's full. And he doesn't have the key. So I'm like, this is a game or something? So at some point driving around, he's like, "I'm going to take you back." And I was like, okay.
Sean says Randall took him to the Pearl Apartments and told him to get the totes out of his truck.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're lucky I don't say nothing about what's in the boxes. He says something, I don't know. I don't know what, he says something stupid. And punched him a couple times in my hand. He just, I don't know, I thought he was out. And he started that, it's called the death gurgle or whatever. So then I grabbed the hammer and proceeded to, I think I threw something over his face at that point. I might have.
Mm.
Maybe not right off the rip.
That's the wrong thing. If you realize you might be carrying dead bodies in the back of a truck with an alleged stranger that you don't know, it's probably not the best thing to let him know that you know what's in the back and that he's lucky that you don't say anything. Like you probably don't want to threaten somebody who's sitting down here that murdered a few people. You don't even know how many people are in them totes. Probably not the best, you know what I'm saying, thought process to have. You know what I mean?
And they got a couple more times. They hit him with a hammer and then put some on his face because there was blood on the window.
Mm-hmm.
It was disgusting. It's horrible.
Sean then reveals something even more shocking than the fact that he killed Randall in broad daylight in the parking lot of the apartment complex.
I backed into position, cleaned up, covered everything, and cleaned up my hands best I could. I walked in the door of Diana's apartment, and in 5 minutes, knocked on the door was the police.
In an unreal coincidence, Sean was arrested on a battery warrant that very day, making Randall one of the only victims they can tie to an exact date, February 24th, 15 days earlier. That he was able to calmly deny any role in the disappearances of the Grants 3 with fresh blood on his hands makes his monotone confession today all the more chilling.
This may sound kind of self-explanatory, but why kill Randall? Like, what was the thought process?
He was gonna make me take stuff out of the vehicle, trying to get me, but he could keep it for another $300. Like, fleecing me for the money. Came down to a decision. So yeah, I killed him to use the truck. Sorry.
It was that truck that he later parked at the Sunport Airport in Albuquerque, where it was quickly discovered by security, propelling this gruesome story into the spotlight and giving the detectives upsetting details to share with family members.
So, the way it was the totes that contained Jennifer's body was in one tote in the bed of the truck. And then there was a few other totes arranged also in the bed of the truck that contained the dismembered parts of both Justin and Matthew.
They each had their own container.
Several containers for that.
Oh, that's right.
And there were a few that were in the cab of the truck, along with Rondo Apostolone's body, which was stuffed down under the passenger and the passenger seat and wrapped in a tarp.
The sheer horror of what their son-in-law did is almost too much to bear.
I can't believe he did that, and all the lies. And I'm glad he brought the babies home safe.
Me too. Me too. I'm glad that even though he lost it. Now, the motive behind this, though, is still about the kids if he didn't lie. Like I said, at this point, I don't believe he's lying at this point. The motive behind it still sparks with the children. Something being done to their children, and he lost it. He lost it. And then it escalated, right? The wife getting high, getting the children high with her boyfriend. They're high, looking passed out, half dead in the other room while they're in there fornicating, having sex. He walk in that joint. They hide up. The kids won't wake up. Justin telling them they always do that to him. They blew heroin smoke in their face. He thinking one of the kids is dead, so he killed Jen. Well, Jen tried to kill herself. She think the kid is dead too. She tried to OD. It didn't work. He think the baby dead. He blew her head off. Invites Justin back over. Kills him. Before he kills him, Justin lets him know that, look at these pictures with your son. He shows him the pictures with son and Danny. Right? He kills Justin. He disposes their bodies off in Randall's car. Randall didn't have the storage space he thought he had, or maybe was trying to get him out of some more money. Randall starts popping slick, threatening to tell what's in them containers. He kills Randall. He grabs his kids. They're all okay. He flies them back to Jersey. We got to find out about the guy in Jersey and why I think he killed him for a car too, but he killed Randall for his car, right? He was gonna come back to New Mexico. So we still got one more body to find out exactly from his mouth why he killed old boy. I think it was just for the car though.
You know, I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk to him. I want to know why. What gave him the right? He said that he could do that to his children's mother, to Aubrey Nance's mother, to our daughter. What gave him the right?
But Sean Lannon wasn't done yet, even after flying to New Jersey with his children.
Last thing on my list was the man that me as a child, my big brother. Big brothers, big sisters, whatever. Yeah, they got too.
Sean says he went to the house of Michael Debkowski, the man who had mentored him in the Big Brother program. He alleges that Michael had taken explicit photos of him as a kid, and he wanted them back.
He didn't want to give me the pictures, so I started beating him. He didn't give me the pictures. It took his life. So,
wow. See, here we go talking about trauma again. Now we get into the root of even more trauma. He was himself molested as a kid, and the Big Brother program he was in, his mentor was the one molesting him, right? Remember, I don't know if you watch some of my videos, we always talk about what happens when you don't get help from trauma and you kind of just stuff it under the carpet. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just put it to the back of your mind. Events can happen later on in life that trigger these traumas that happen to you, right? So he was himself molested. And if something like that horrific happens to you, you probably say in your mind, you know, when it comes to your children, I would never let this shit happen to my kids. My kids will never, ever go through that. You get what I'm saying? So when it happens to his kids, when he finds out, when Justin tells him this and shows him that picture, that really spent him out of control. He already had lost his shit because he thought something happened. Well, the pain, the trauma that was caused to the kids, right? Of Justin telling him that we always do this. We always blow smoke in their face, heroin smoke in their face, and give them medicine so that they can be in the other room while we do our thing. Like all that probably drove up so much trauma. It broke it like a breaking point. You feel me? Mentally just broke, got him up out of there. Because now he even goes and says, you know what? It's another motherfucker back home who I need to get, who also needs some payback. He went and got the pictures from the guy that molested him and took pictures of him. So I know seeing those pictures of his son with Matthew and Danny, it re-triggered all that stuff that happened to him as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It took him right back to the moment. He knew the fear his son felt, the shame, the inability to do anything, the confusion, the wondering why. He knew. And then it doesn't even say whether the kid was like conscious about it, like, because they would remember they're getting the kids high. They're blowing heroin smoke in these kids' faces. These are all drug addicts, except for him. I don't think he's a drug addict. But still, this is crazy. This story has taken, this is one of the craziest stories I have reacted to. And I'm sorry it's taking so long, but it's just so much to cover here. It is so much happening. It's so many twists and turns. And I want to make sure we're all focused, locked in, and understand what's going on here. That triggered a whole lot of stuff for him in his past. It had to. So now you kill this dude out in New Jersey because he used to molest you and he had photos of it. So I want to know do you have the photos to get to the police, right? It paints a better motive, right? Opposed to it being like, I don't know, because that's still conspiracy, right? Conspiracy to commit murder, because you thought about it, you went there for them pictures, he gave you the pictures, and you still killed him. So, man, I don't know. Let's keep going. But y'all follow me. Y'all following this? This is crazy.
He expired the moment that I realized I had time to finish it. He could have just given me the pictures and argue and fight about it. Like no problem. It was horrible too. No one gave about me when I was for 2.5 years. It doesn't justify it. I feel bad.
In the course of their investigation, the police speak to Gabby, Diana's daughter, and a longtime nanny to Sean's children.
Sean's able to get the pictures back.
That's what he told me.
I'll tell you what he did with them after that.
He told me he burned them. or got rid of them somehow. And I was like, I don't know why you do that. That would be like your only defense. Be like, this actually happened. I was like, it was kind of stupid to do that, but.
Indeed, Sean's allegations about Mike Debkowski are unverifiable, even by those who know him best.
I didn't know that he had potential from his big brother. I didn't know that. I was like, maybe I'm a little bit too naive at times. I didn't pick up on anything like that.
We knew Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike was at plenty of birthday parties and dinners at the house, and
He was the big brother that stayed in his life. He was his father figure. He was. And for him to do that to him it's just and the reason why he said he did it.
well, I knew Jen had said that he was when he was a kid. He never said. They never said Uncle Mike.
Stop right there. That don't even matter. A lot of times when people are in them situations as kids, they don't name who did it. You don't find out till later on in life a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? That taboo stuff be staying behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to cookouts and families know, they tell you stay away from that person because he be touching people. And that's one of the things that happen in families. Little kids will get touched on and they won't ever say nothing about who did nothing. Now, the fact that y'all know you heard that he was molested when he was younger, I don't know why you putting Mikey out the picture. What other motive could he even had to have done that to a person y'all say was his father figure? I'm not saying that, we can't verify anything like he said, right? It's unverifiable. But what would have been the motive to go directly to Mikey after the allegations he put on Danny and Justin about the photos he saw with his son that allegedly could have triggered this whole chain of events? You know what I'm saying? So what else could have been motivation for him to go there and do that to him specifically? It couldn't have just been for the car at that point. It couldn't have just been for a car because I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Am I tripping? But it sounds like to me that they're in denial that Mikey could do it because they're like, well, we know him and he isn't like that. It's never the person you think it is. It's never the person that you think could do something like that ends up doing the most horrendous things. Just like Sean. People didn't think he was capable of doing these type of things until it happens. You feel me? I don't put nothing past nobody because everybody got baggage. Everybody got trauma. You feel me?
According to an internal newsletter from the company Mike Debkowski worked for, Mike was named Big Brother of the Year in 1985.
Oh, not to mention, nobody thought that nothing was happening to them kids that was doing Cub Scouts. Yeah. All them years you sending your kids over to Cub Scouts for summer camp and all that, kind of find out them Cub Scout leaders was raping and molesting them kids all this time, man. Come on, man. You can't put it past anybody. Family or not, can't put it past nobody.
For Gloucester and Camden County, the newsletter actually quotes a then 11-year-old Sean Lannon as saying, "I'm happy to have Mike as my big brother. He acts very nice and we do lots of things with him. I hope he's elected as Big Brother of the Year."
And then at the time when I was around maybe 13 or something, the nature of it changed. So it started being inappropriate.
Okay.
Him and I only, my brother didn't go. We went on a trip to the Grand Canyon or something.
Okay.
And it was like the worst. So at that point, he me several times over 2.5, 3 years.
The truth of what Mike Debkowski did or didn't do may forever remain a mystery, just as there's no evidence proving that the other victims had preyed upon Sean's son. However, there is evidence that at least some of these murders were carefully premeditated, and it comes straight from Sean's mouth.
So wait a minute. So we got no evidence now, even of the pictures. Y'all can't go through cell phones. You can't go. You can do a cell phone dump though too. Cell phones. You can't go through cell phones and get pictures and stuff to verify whether he saw the picture on what's his name, Justin or Jensen, whatever the name is, the boyfriends that was messing with his wife. Can't go through his phone and see if those pictures are still in there, that you can retrieve those even if they deleted. Curious about that.
So we have the bodies in the bins and the tools. But like, what did you use to clean up the blood in the garage and all that?
There wasn't a whole lot of blood in the garage. I was prepared. I literally had on the ground. It was like I was like a pup. Like I already had between the tarp and plastic down. Like I'm not the dumbest guy. Like I had to take Justin, so I was prepared.
Justin, that was his name.
There was stuff down most times, but if I didn't, I remember, the fat kid felt kind of weird. It's like my hand was, I guess, in part of his brain and picked up by his head, his hair, and kind of wiggled it back onto it when I had to contain it. You know, it's disgusting.
Wow.
So you got like you had stuff laid out as what you're
Some of it, not very well, what I had available.
And where did that stuff go?
Some of it I washed off and slowly trickled into the trash.
Regardless of motives proven or otherwise, the detectives seem to have everything they need to prosecute Sean Lannon for the 5 murders he's committed since the first of the year. But nothing could have prepared them for the next revelation.
What about the other people he said he killed?
The other 11, that's still under investigation.
And we heard you mention 11 other people in New Mexico, is that right?
Mm.
What part?
Their bodies are in the... You know where the malpie builds up?
This dude might be crazy. Is he a straight serial killer? Why would he see? Why are you confessing to 11 more bodies? You're caught for these and you're confessing to 11 more bodies, but then you give specific details on why you committed what you committed in this case right here. Y'all think he just crazy? Is he just out of his mind, batshit crazy? I did a video the other day where we was debating on whether somebody was possessed or whether somebody just had a mental breaking point, right? Do you think that he just mentally broke? He mentally snapped when he walked in seeing his wife and Justin and they're getting it in and his kids in the back room high and all that. And they never confirmed that either because they can do blood tests and all that to see if the kids were, oh no, too much time had passed because now he took them, got them on a plane. Now too much time had passed. But I wonder if they ever questioned the kids about what was happening that day. You feel me? What they remember and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of weird that he would confess specifically to these crimes in vivid detail. And he could have just said, yeah, I did it and not said nothing. Because it don't even matter the motive at this point. You got 5 bodies on your hand. You doing life, if not the death penalty. You already know, ain't no getting out of that. And I don't think you're even going to go for the plea of insanity. So if you go straight there, you just say I'm guilty, what would be the point of giving specifics if it wasn't true or real, unless you just batshit crazy? You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Let me know. Is he crazy? Well, something's wrong with him, obviously, but was the snapping point what happened there, or has he been crazy? And maybe all this is fictional. Maybe he doesn't know real from fake. Maybe he's schizophrenic. Maybe he's making this stuff up in his head as he goes. You feel me? What y'all think?
Around grades. Between the east and westbound. Some of them are dropped in there. Some I went into and took the exit to view the Malpie. Dropped some in there.
Malpie?
Malpie.
Oh, Malpie.
The lava tubes, lava.
The lava tube caves at El Malpais National Monument actually require a caving permit, and solo cavers are not allowed. The terrain is harsh, and even the official website warns visitors that the caves are strenuous to investigate.
How long, what was the time frame of these?
Two and a half, 3 years ago, started. People come to the house. Yeah.
Oh no, you been crazy, Jack. You was killing 3 people before this stuff happened. Now, I would like to know if they're going to ask him why he committed these murders. They should ask him why, and do you know who they were? Can you identify these people and why you did this? So what it may be is you may have been crazy the whole time, and certain shit just triggers the crazy up out of you. That's what I'm starting to think now. So now we got to go back, and I got to recant the statements on Dog. Even though Dog out here thugging, he said he'd never do nothing to kids. There's no proof of him ever being touched. Maybe he made all this shit up. Or because he is crazy, maybe all of it is real in his mind. You ever seen the movies of crazy people, how they can see and hear things that just aren't there, and a whole story was processed about an event that never took place? Maybe that's what's happening right now. Maybe in his mind these things are happening, right? And so he's acting out on it. Maybe in his mind he felt like after he killed Justin or before he killed Justin, he's like, hey, what are these pictures? He's like, what pictures? And you know what I'm saying? And the whole thing just pretty much goes left. But y'all know what I'm talking about with crazy people, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And arm wanting something. Right?
And how did you, just straight up, how'd you kill those people?
There we go.
In the end, didn't have a pistol and a rifle or anything like that. So the first 2 or 3, a fight ensued. Freaking one of them got shot with their own gun. There were 2 with a knife from my kitchen. And then, in the end, a pistol.
Sean says he killed these people to protect Jen.
I came in the house. And one time I stayed in the back with the kids. And one came in, started beating the out of Jen. He had his girlfriend with him. I don't think he realized I was there. So at that point, yeah, it was always something relative to Jen.
The idea that Sean had already killed 11 people before going on this current murder spree is horrific, but investigators are skeptical.
The thing is, I mean, if you have 11 people that go missing, I don't think they have 11 people missing.
That's good.
I mean,
that's good.
I know, but you're saying that you killed them and put them in there.
Maybe he did kill them here. It's like, you ever seen the movie American Psycho? If you've seen American Psycho, you know what I'm talking about. In American Psycho, Yo kept killing people throughout the whole movie, only to find out towards the end of the movie, you find out he didn't kill anybody. He just went crazy. In his head, he thought he was killing people. What told that he wasn't killing people was he started seeing the people going to work and stuff that he had killed, or he thought he had killed. And it was so vivid. He actually, he killed them. He got rid of the bodies, the whole 9. He going to work paranoid because he, killed people. At the end of the day, he didn't kill anybody. He was just crazy as hell. Didn't kill anybody. American Psycho. Old boy, what's his name that played Batman, yo? Oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name. He's the best version of Batman besides Michael Keaton. I'll tell you that right there. He has the Batman Begins series. The one with Heath Ledger in it. Oh, what is his name? My bad, bro. I can't remember your name. But he played in American Psycho. He did a great role in that. But that movie is kind of what I think we're dealing with right now. He may think in his head he killed some of these people and did not. He just been crazy as hell. And this time, the craziness acted out for real. He actually went and killed people. He actually may have made up all this stuff in his head, thinking that these things happened when they didn't. These all could be innocent victims for real. We don't know them. He burnt all the evidence. They ain't produced no cell phone footage of not footage, but cell phone acknowledging that these pictures that he said he saw actually existed. We ain't got none of that. So right now you just look batshit crazy. Then you talking about you to kill 11 people in a small town like New Mexico in 2-3 years. Oh yeah, you'd have definitely heard about that. If people just disappearing like that, yeah, it'd have been a lookout. 2 or 3 years, yeah. Not New Mexico, but wherever he was at New Mexico. I'm not saying New Mexico is the whole state, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Are they because they're illegals or?
I don't know what they were.
Did anybody ever ask questions where these people were?
In addition to the odd fact that 11 people had apparently gone missing without leaving the slightest trace, the police also hear several different versions of how Sean came to use the Malpais lava tubes for their final resting place.
Sorry.
How do you find the Malpais?
And took the tour with the kids once. Like, every time there's someone missing, they're like, I'm sure they're in the Malpai. That's where I got the idea to do it. What's the Malpai? Lava tubes. I didn't know what to do with them. She's like, take them to the Malpai. I'm like, okay.
Jen told you that?
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, he apparently told Gabby something completely different about where the bodies went.
From what he told me, those other 11 people, when he was working for the refinery, he put in the caustic tank, and that acid will eat through everything.
To this day, police in New Mexico haven't found any of the victims Sean claims to have killed prior to 2021, and have not charged him with anything in relation to those crimes. The possibility that he invented the story raises serious questions about his psychological state, which his mom says may be linked to his time in the military.
When he graduated high school, he went into the Army for 5 years. And he went to Kosovo, which, if you know the history of Kosovo, it was a violent mass grave, Milosevic, ethnic cleansing. I mean, it was just like a nightmare. But he saw atrocities there. Again, I'm not justifying anything he's done. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you what I see. But he didn't come back the same young man he went over with. He told me there could be no God because of what he saw.
In the end, Sean concludes with a statement of remorse about what he's done.
Sorry for the destroying their lives. Kids especially. Glad they made it back home. Doesn't justify.
His casual apology may lead investigators to wonder whether he is truly sorry, but he won't have to convince a jury of his sincerity. Though he initially pled not guilty to the 4 murders in New Mexico, he made a plea agreement with prosecutors that saw his murder charges reduced from first to second degree. This agreement also saw his tampering with evidence charges dismissed.
Wow.
The judge sentenced him to 15 years each for the murders of 39-year-old Jennifer Lannon, 21-year-old Matthew Miller, 40-year-old Justin Mata, and 60-year-old Randall Apostolon, giving Sean Lannon a total of 60 years in prison. However, it will be a while before he serves those sentences.
Now, will he be tried here in New Jersey first?
My understanding right now, that's kind of what's going to happen, so...
Sean Lannon pled guilty to the first-degree murder of 66-year-old Michael Debkowski, for which he was sentenced to 35 years in prison. He'll serve out his New Mexico sentences upon release, which means a total of 95 years in prison for the 5 murders.
Yeah, you got life.
He's currently incarcerated at New Jersey State Prison in Trenton. He and Jennifer's 3 children have been adopted by Jennifer's brother, Christopher. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
All right, so
he's been missing.
We done been through this whole thing, man. This has been a journey. This was a lot of twists and turns, and at the end of it, I'm more confused than when we started. I really don't know what to believe. We do know that he did commit these murders. The motive behind which will always be something we'll never know the truth about because there was no evidence to corroborate. Is that right? Corroborate? Yeah, corroborate his side of the story. He got rid of the photos. No one could verify that these conversations happened. He had different stories to different murders he was, you know what I'm saying he was committing. Long story short, y'all can decide. He ain't getting out ever. He got life. When you get somebody 95 years and they over 50, call it life. He ain't never getting out. He gonna spend the rest of his life behind bars. And I think he is maybe just crazy as hell. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. This was a crazy one. A lot of twists and turns, and I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know, but my bad to dog, because I was like, you know what, I don't believe you, dog, because he said this, he had me, he was making me a believer. For a minute, he was making me a believer. I'm like, oh man, somebody to touch this kid. He's like, oh, and he was touched too. Like, oh man, I would do the same thing. I would if that was a situation, right? But this now we find out this may not be the situation at all. He could just be batshit crazy. Man, that's wild. That's wild. Hey man, let me get up off of here. I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.